And now, another episode of Crit Camp Gaming.
Hello everyone, happy Tuesday. It is March 22nd, 2022. Welcome back to the Best Camp on Twitch. I'm Lyle, and we are playing episode 3 of House of Da Vinci 2. It's been a few weeks since we've played the game, and I'm excited to get back in. Let's see if we can finish the game today. I think we're sort of approaching the end game. I kind of forget where we left off, but if it's not this stream, it'll probably be next stream. Yeah. And thank you so much for the resub, ETG, in chat. He says, and yes, it's legit. All right, I will spin your wheel in a second. Thank you so much for the resub, man. Really appreciate it. And I believe you are, look at that. It says 41 months, but I know that it's been since the beginning. So thank you very much, ETG. Really appreciate it. Quick announcements. Apologies for canceling Arkham Horror LCG last night. Matt had a schedule conflict that came up out of nowhere, so we had to cancel. Hopefully we'll be back next Monday night to continue our Edge of the Earth campaign. But if you are a fan of Arkham Horror LCG and you are also a fan of the Playing Board Games channel, I have been playing the Dark Matter custom campaign with Justin from Playing Board Games on his channel, twitch.tv/playingboardgames. We just finished scenarios 3 and 4 yesterday during the afternoon. I've been doing that 12 to 4-ish Central Time on their channel on Mondays. So Mondays has kind of been my Arkham Horror doubleheader days, which are really, really exciting. But yeah, and then on this Thursday, hopefully Chris and I will jump back into another game, maybe Zombicide, as we try to work our schedules out so that we can actually push some more Zombicide content to you so we can finish it up. We still have, what are we working on? Black Ops, we are finishing up now. Dark Side to get to. And then we get to Modern. Hopefully get through Modern before Undead Alive is shipped, which is unlikely because it's going to ship in the fall sometime. And yeah, but other than that, we are back with Solo Me on this Tuesday, playing House of Da Vinci 2 again. I believe we should, from the time spent so far, be finishing this today. And if that is true, please jump into our Discord or into the YouTube comments below. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you like this stuff. But if you have another recommendation for me for point-and-click adventure games or puzzle-type games like this that you'd like to see me play, or you think that I would enjoy, considering that I played The Room, I played House of Da Vinci, I played 12 Minutes. Very early last year, I was playing Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney. So if you have any recommendations, you can leave them in the YouTube comments below, or you can jump in our Discord, discord.gg/critcamp, and let me know in the video games channel what I should play. Drew81, what's up in chat, says, how's Da Vinci 2? I haven't been watching since I haven't played it yet. I like it a lot. I find it much more challenging than House of Da Vinci 1. There was a couple puzzles where I kind of brute forced them, and then luckily for me, I had some people explain them to me in the YouTube comments, which is great. So thank you so much for everyone that's doing that. But I do like it a lot more. I think the puzzles are a little bit more difficult, a little bit more intricate. But yeah, I think it's pretty good so far. Sometimes a little confusing, but all good. Drew says I'll have to grab it. Yeah, definitely. I'll be excited to hear what you think of it as well. And ETG, I think you are playing this as well, or you played the first one, not this one as well. Not sure. But in any case, we are going to just jump right in and have some fun today. So let's put the music on the background in this game. I turned that lower. And then we're going to jump over here. ETG says, no, I played The Room. Okay, great. Okay. So we're going to have to figure out where we left off. Okay, I think we are in... Oh yeah, that's right. We went to the church And now we're snooping around like the abbot's private room, trying to figure out something, right? Okay. So let's get reacquainted here. We're going to let's look around. That's right, we did that puzzle already. I think that was the only thing that we saw through our Sight Beyond Sight. We have a bunch of tools. We have a carved wooden stud. We have a metal flower with a square base. We have essence of tulip. Okay. We can look at this puzzle, which we cannot solve yet, because it looks like we need a piece, although... No? No? Okay. Maybe we cannot do this quite yet. We don't have the piece for that. There is something over here. There's a candle inside that we can't quite get to just yet. And we have, perhaps we picked up something from here. Hard to tell when you we don't play a game for a couple weeks. Alright. It's Mata H says, not dissing this game at all, and I'm totally here for it, but do you guys ever play Zombicide anymore? Do I just happen to never see those streams? Yeah, so sorry, it's Mata H. We sort of hit pause on Zombicide because of my co-host Chris's schedule. He's working like mad these days, and he's got 3 kids, and it's been really rough. But we did play it last Thursday. We played some Zombicide. Hopefully we're going to play it again this Thursday. We're just doing it on a slightly earlier day stream. So it's 11 to 2 Eastern is when we play on Thursdays. So hopefully we'll play some more Zombicide. We have that episode to upload soon on YouTube. But thanks for checking in. ETG says, been sinking all my cash into Marvel Champions and Dice Masters. Oh, you're still playing Dice Masters, dude. Very, very cool. It's Mata H says, that's cool. I enjoy all the content anyway. Just how I found you guys. It's earlier stream suit me as I'm in England. Oh, well, that's awesome. Perfect. Well, then that worked out. We will definitely be throwing out on Twitter or Discord whenever we play Zombicide next. But my hope is for Thursday, but I can never tell because sometimes Chris will DM me in the morning and say, hey, I know we said we were going to stream, but now one of my kids is coming home sick from school, you know, all that kind of stuff. Appreciate you watching. Okay. We did find something new here. Let's line that up. What do we have here? Okay. Excellent. No. Item doesn't fit. Okay, we did that. Screw this down. Alright. I'm trying to pull this book out. There it is. Herbarium. How does one open this? Okay. Nothing to click on this. This is a little odd. Okay, what else can I grab here? Nothing. Nothing up top. Is that it here? Can I undo this one? No. Interesting that I can grab that book. Can I do something over here? Everything's so ornate. It makes you think that you can do everything. Alright, square. Nope. 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 And up on top, we can move these things. It's unclear how to get within the dome. Okay. Oh, yes, 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 yes. Oh, I think we discovered this at the end of last stream, that we can pull that down, although why we would want to pull that down is unclear. Right? Custodius hic hostium. Don't know what that means, but... Look, he's reading the book, the herbarium. And he's got this thing next to him that opens up. Clues? Clues? Unsure. And then this is the way to go down, but I don't think it'll let me until I finish what I need to do here. Yeah, this thing needs to open up. That's what's in the painting. There's the hinges down there. But it won't let me do it yet, so I have not got to that part of the puzzle. This is where I got the essence of tulip. Right? No. This had nothing to do with that. Oh, wasn't the wrong one. Yeah, nope. This one as well. I forgot if this had something to do with this. I think it did. And since I solved it, maybe I don't need to do it anymore. And then we have this with the outline of what it should be on top. Open that. Okay. Okay, when we got the top thing from there. What about the shoe? We can't do anything about that shoe. Okay. What's there on the ground? What is that? Can't get there either. Alright, we have to figure out what it is that we have. The book back? No. We have tools, we have things, we just have to figure out what we need to do with them. I don't want to have to grab a hint so quickly. Oh, we got something here. A lot of things happening here. Let's look at the journal. Where did we leave off? The elevator took me straight into the private room of the abbot. Alas, no matter how hard I look, I see no door which might lead me to the secret library, but I have already observed that this monastery is full of secrets and mysteries. I'm sure that this room is no different. I need to search every nook and cranny dutifully. I'm certain I will find something suspicious or curious that will lead me further. Unfortunately, I've lost all contact with Leo. I hope that if the monk asks about my whereabouts, he will have a good excuse for my absence. Okay. I feel like I'm... that if I do that? Hard to tell, huh? Okay, well. If anybody sees something in chat that I am not seeing, or wants to have me look at something or try something. Oh, here we go, here we go. We're trying something here. Okay, this is going up and over. Oh, I see. We move the painting up. Probably moves it in this puzzle. Perfect. Ah, the desk stuff. Okay. We want that part on the right to face... Let's just rotate it and see. Okay, let's do that. Let's see where we're at. Nope. Okay. Am I not moving that one? Oh, it's I believe it's reversed. Yo, what's going on, Chad? What's going on? How you doing? Lurking. Work, lurk. It's in reverse. It's in reverse. So we're going to grab that. We rotated too far. 90 degrees too far. I'm not making anybody motion sick by throwing around like this. Whoa, 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 whoa. That is sensitive. We want to rotate that counterclockwise. No? Oh yeah, that doesn't go anywhere. So we want to actually do like 180 degrees here. All right. Cool. Now we want to rotate like 90 degrees. No. 180 degrees. Okay. Okay. Coming down the pike. This one. All right, cool. Boom. What do we get? Metal component. Let's check it out. Right. Like a little handle. Okay. At some point, these symbols will mean something to me. There's a lot of places where this thing could possibly go, right? We saw a lot of things. Leave right here. No. Not there. Not this one either. Not that one. And that one. ETG says it goes on the desk thing, the orb thing. One from the picture. Ah, you're right. That would make sense because the whole thing was about that. The picture of the. There you go, symbols. Okay, what do I do? Oh, no. Okay, I see. That will shut it and reset. Why is that one different? Do I put the essence of tulip somewhere? So, tulips. It's here. Is goes to Cerebro. Okay. Grab this strange key. Have an idea where that goes. Do we now do that? Interesting. Am I going to start to find different vials to put in here? That's the question. Okay, well we found a strange key. I want to see if this goes here. It does not. How about here? Yes. Open up the dome, please. Okay, astrology. We can move to the different things. These, I'm not sure what to do just yet. What else can we move in here? We can only move... Oh. Ah, the moons. The moons. Okay. Did we have any indication anywhere about zodiac signs? Like, what if I put this... Oh, I see. It locks the moon. Yeah, it locks the moon. What would we need to do here? Trying to open them all up, but okay, yeah. Oh crap. Oh crap. There you go. Alright, we got another essence of something. Essence of anise. Anise. Okay. That symbol is lightning bolt. Put lightning bolt in here. Excellent. Give me my next piece. Flower ornament. Okay. This combines with something. Or do I do this and then combine it with that? Yes. Okay, so this is the top of the desk where he sits. I think this is where that goes. Okay. Open her up. Oh, exciting. Not sure what to do here. Can I put the book on here? Yes. Oh, okay. 1, 2, 3. Lever with a dragon. We have a... Oh! We have a switcher from green to red. 1, 2, 3. Pinball. We need to get it over here. Wait. I see. Okay. So this one will be rolled down here. From here. Is that how that works? It'll go all the way to the right. One. Did this change or is it the same? Okay. Okay. Oh. I'm not really thinking too hard about this. I'm just kind of like doing my thing. I probably should think about this. Okay, so it's gonna come down. It's gonna come down, 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 fall in that hole. So if I come down here and switch it, come down here, switch it, come down here, switch it, here, switch it. So I have to, where did I start? Here. So at that point, switch. That point, switch. Okay. I think we can do this. Oh, I didn't switch. I didn't switch fast enough. Okay. Now, we start with red. Red comes here. Starts with the red. Immediately switch. Yep. Starts with red. Oh, not fast enough. Essence of Sage. And a drawer handle. Drawer handle looks like that's the side. That might be the side of the desk there. But first, we will look at the Sage here. Squigglies. Okay. Okay, and then we think that we're gonna put this drawer handle here. This is probably the Studious Hostium. It's from the portrait. Essence of Mint. Excellent. Mint will be A for the Avengers. Okay. We are missing 2. Oh, we can take the mint back. No, but we want to put it there. That's interesting that you can take it back. Okay. Was there anything else here? No. Did that, but we have to do the other side here. This is... I can grab Essence of Rose. Oh, I see. Grab that. That. And let's grab star ornament. Star and star. Rose will go to the G. Okay. One more left, and we have a star ornament. Which we have not done this yet, have we? But that's not a star shape. It is ornate, though. We still haven't done that. Interesting. Yeah, this whole thing's a puzzle over there. We have a trapdoor. I think we've done everything we need to do here. Remember seeing anything that we missed? We already know what to do with the painting. We did those. We did this. What are we missing? Perhaps this star thing? No, we got that from there. What about the hole on the floor, ETG says? What, this thing that I can't click? I'm sure that will do something at some point. No, it's worth looking at. Don't worry. I'm missing one piece. Like, there's a candle in here. But is my ingredient in here too? Is this where I should be concentrating my efforts? That's the big question. It's the only thing in this room that I haven't really touched yet. Where would I put a star piece? What looks like it needs a star? There's something on that. What am I missing here? I'm missing this one. So if I could see, or that symbol maybe or something. Is there a clue to where it could be? It's up there. I'm sure I'll find out soon. Okay, let's go search this desk again. I don't think there was anything there. That was just me grabbing the book. Sometimes there's just little things that I miss. Places that you can get to. It's still telling me I can get into here, right? No. See the shapes like you have now? Yeah, they're these. They're these things. Is there a place where it's missing? Kind of like look around here. Top left. Am I wrong? Where else do I see those shapes? I feel like it's the desk. the workspace over there. Oh, there was another bookshelf. Oh. Sweet. There it is. Thanks, Adonar. Essence of Spice. Alright, the last one. Go in this last slot here. And we are going to straight key. Okay. Now that we have that key, and we open up the thing over here. Doesn't seem like the right shape. Okay. Thank you, but can I do something with this? What am I supposed to do with this? What an odd thing. Oh, I can no longer move that. Okay. Can I do something here now? The heck did that do? Nope. Please go over here. Thank you. Ah, there's a thing over here. That's what it needs to do. Okay, that thing fell. I get to rotate that. Oh, okay. Let's do something. Missing a piece, perhaps? A lot of me clicking around. It's like a nutcracker. Okay. With no way to understand how to move that. Can we continue to rotate this? No. Yeah, where's the piece that fell? Ah, the wing nut. So intricate, these devices. Oops. Okay. What the heck did I do? Okay. Tense. Secret library. Alright. My assumption was correct. The elevator took me straight into the private room of the abbot. Alas, no matter how I look, I see no door. Blah, blah, blah. I already read this page. My heart started beating rapidly. I finally found a staircase that will hopefully lead to the secret library. I must find the book and return back to Leo's side undetected. Yeah, this is the most beautiful, intricate spiral stair ever. We're going up. The question is, like, does the abbot have to do this every time he wants to come in here? Chivo unlocked. Alright, cool. We're at the secret library, and we're in 1508. There's probably a back, yeah. Probably a back way in. Alright. So we're gonna zip. Wow. So the abbot is like, to open my secret library, you have to do all these puzzles that I set up every single time, and then you have to zip line over, and then find Benjamin Franklin's sunglasses as well. That certainly does something. I would like this, please. Thank you. Metal rod. Alright. Sweet. Is that it over here on this side? Okay. Let's see if we can... Interesting. How about we look at this? Oh! 1466. We're back in time. Oh, there's a contraption here that lets me do stuff. Put them around there. Nope. What is it allowing me to do? Okay. Wants me to really look up there, huh? Okay. I took the thing from there. Am I supposed to put it back? Nope. I'm just supposed to know that it was there. Let's go back over here. Ah. Metal grate. Excellent. Let's open this up and make myself a little mechanism. A metal grate with a lever. Okay, so that was that for that. That's that for that. Okay. Excellent. How do you get back up? From the abbot's room, I took a stairwell up to a small balcony at the very top of the tower. A view from this height of the vast space below the narrow balcony would be enough to cause dizziness for some. To me, it revealed that I need to get to the door below the roof of the building across from me. From the balcony to the door, some ropes were tightened with suspended remains of a platform that was probably used in the past by the abbot to move across the gap into the secret library. But how can I get there without sprouting wings? My joy was premature. I did not find the secret library even after making my way through the building. Through the door of the main building. Although I did find a complex system of mirrors and rotating mechanisms, it must be part of some ingenious protective arrangement against potential trespassers in the secret library. I need to search the place thoroughly, and I am sure I will overcome even this obstacle. I assume that the way forward will be through a very well-concealed door. I should hurry. It has been quite some time since I left Master Leo in the scriptorium. Yeah. Okay. But now I'm here. In the past, and I probably have to go back to the present, but let's take a look. Oh, there's multiple places to go. Oh, okay. This is me up and overing. What is this? Oh, I see. Okay, so that will bring me up and over. This will bring me up. There's a lot of stuff to look at. Nope, that will bring me over. Is there nothing I can do up here? Give me this. Metal triangle. Okay. Oh, I see. We can switch the configurations to whatever we need. Anything else I'll see up here? Nope. That'll just bring me back there. There is something here. Little key thing. Okay. Probably all that. So 1, 2, 3. 3 things up here to look at. Okay, before we go forward, can we go in? Okay, there's a door there, the other side. Let's go down this hallway first. Oh. There's this thing. That looks like we need like a large wooden lever. Then we go all the way at the end. Okay. Door over there. This will probably bring us up. And look at this owl thing, dude. It's creepy. Alright, we have this thing. We're gonna grab a cross-shaped lever. Or do we go here and then we add this? Cool. Alright. Might be it for now. We're gonna go up and over. Alright, nope, that brings us back down. Let's not do that again. Looking around, that'll bring us to the other side. There's a thing here. Oh, okay. See? Excellent diagram. And obviously this door. Ooh, angle. We want two pieces. Oh, no. Please. We want 2 pieces. Nope. Yep. And then 2 in the middle. Okay. Whoa, okay. We didn't even look at the other side. I feel like we've come so far. This is just to let light in so then I can bounce some light around, I guess. But there's a special thing on this face. It looks like this can rotate. How we know how to do this? Do not know. This means something, but it means I do not know. Perhaps we'll figure that out in the future. How can I bounce the sun? Oh, okay. That's interesting. Do something like that. So much sun. This one doesn't have the wheel. Just yet. Okay, there's a lot of sun bouncing here that we're gonna have to do. Let's go down. Oh, it's very dark now. How do I light my way? Like, can I like a light in there? I wish I explored this before I turned the lights on. Oh, okay. Am I just jumping over here? Oh, hello. There's a tool here, a lever. Thank you. Okay, and then you have your things. Okay, so maybe... Do you go here? Nope. You need another part, don't you? You don't go there. How do I move these things? Okay, there's no in between, huh? Just jump from there to there? Okay. I think on the other side, there was a thing with a lever that I need to do. Here. Perfect. Now this will move there, or there. Okay. And that's all it does. Okay. Hey, what's going on, Scaldu? Oh, interesting. We want it to flip. How did we get it to flip? There you go. Okay. How do we move you? Nope. Okay, we need to be able to move you. And look, there's like a little intensifier here. We're missing a part of the tool that I need to make for this. And then we can start bouncing light around. Okay, so we can move this guy. Can't exactly move that yet. This is the one we have the most control over. Though, not sure how. It's not getting the source. We need to figure out how to move the other things. We also need to find the other piece of this tool that we have in our inventory. Hey, it's Galdu. Yeah, we're playing House of Da Vinci 2. It's sort of a point-and-click puzzler adventure game. Just trying to figure out how to solve the current puzzle I'm in. Okay, I got the tool that was here. Is there anything else that I need to get here? I feel like that guy does something, but we'll see. Oh, sorry about that, Isgaldu. I've been having fun playing these games. What is this? Has a plus sign symbol here, which means I have to pick up another piece of equipment, combine it with this to do something. But where do I pick up that second piece of equipment? Thanks, ETJ. Okay, there's nothing here. Nothing more I can get here. I think that's where I got it to begin with. Everybody's been pretty cool about letting me sort of try to figure it out on my own, and then when I really am beating my head against the wall, I ask for vague hints for anybody. It's been working out pretty well. Why let me zoom in here? I can't do anything. I mean, there's a good chance I should go in the future as well. I mean, that's always something I can do. What is different about that side? Nope. Typically the 1 hour brain screw means he needs help, yeah. Okay. Perhaps we go into the future, huh? I'm gonna do, yeah. I'm just basically taking a lap around the field here. Make sure I'm not missing anything super obvious. It's hard to tell sometimes when he can, what is clickable and what's not, and what's going to move you to a new location. That's the part that's really annoying. See, like, I didn't realize that was going to bring me all the way over here. I thought it was going to let me zoom in on something on the up top. Okay, I think it's time to... Is there a way I can go back? Oh, there's no way I can go back to the future. I think everything I need to do is in the... Oh. Oh, I have to go back to the past via... once I'm back. I think everything I have to do is here in the past, and then I go back to the future. Oh! Oh! We did find something. Alright. Yes, yes, yes. Okay. What are we trying to do here? One of these. What are we moving? Come on. Come on. There it is. Got the wheel. Perfect. Okay. We're not going to combine the wheel, but we can put the wheel here, right? Hello. I thought you were supposed to get a wheel, my friend. No, alright, just want to make sure. There's a wheel on this side, there's supposed to be a wheel on the other side. Okay. New place for a wheel. Would you... No, the wheel doesn't fit here. Wrong slot. No way a wheel fits here. Oh, excellent. Yes, yes, yes. We are now shining light. The penitent man will pass. Where are we shining this light, dude? That light is going there and there. So how do I bounce it somewhere else? Oh, can I no longer move this? Okay, I did the thing. Let me grab this. Really? There you go. Boom. Cross-shaped lever. All right, can we? Not there. Excellent. All right. All right. We don't have the thing here yet, and we need to come over here because we are bouncing light. Okay. All right. Going over there. All right, let's read the book. Oh, hello. When did we get this illustration? 1, 2, 3, 4. So we need to find this thing. This is the map. Oh, where are we standing, by the way? We are on which side of it? Okay, yep. Oh, yeah, we're here. We're standing here with this map. So I get the little magnifier piece here, and then I get the wheel here, and then I get this over here, and then I open this trapdoor over here. Okay. Wheel. Right. How do I get it, though? How do I get the magnifier? There you go. Oh, okay. I was gonna say, it's gonna fall on the ground. Alright. Getting the lens. Lens, we know where it goes. Over here. What? I don't think I can move that one, right? That one is just, it is what it is. Which means, where is that hitting? Here. I need it to hit somewhere else. I need to hit it here. Is there a way I can move this thing? Where can I? Oh, I can interrupt the light over here. Got it. Hold on. Am I not doing that right? I have to go in order, right? How am I supposed to get light over there? Alright, consult the book really quick. So number 2 is over there. And I need to get light there by following this track. So from the sun. Oh, from the sun, I just do that one. It goes boom boom. Oh, but how do I get it from there? That's shining down. Here, boom. Boom. No. Wait a minute. Oops. We're gonna come back here. There are ways to move these around. That one's lit up, so I need to do something with this one. You're not getting any beams. There's your beam. How can you get a beam? Your beam is going there. You can't get a beam. Your beam's the one that needs to go over there. How do I get a beam over here? If the only ones I can move are this one, that I kind of put in position, and that one over here. That one's doing that. How do I move this to that? Huh. I'm in a bind. I can move that over there, and this beam will be gone. Where am I sending it? I would be sending it... Oh, I move this one. Hold on a second. Sorry, everybody. We're in the tank now. Okay, that brings me down. I can't do anything about that one. This one we cannot move either. Okay, this is just what it is. Looks like we can't move that. That one is going to go over there. This one is firing there, which we set up to bounce there. If we move this guy over here, he's gonna bounce back. Does nothing. This guy goes here. He's gonna bounce it to there. We reverse him and move him over, which does nothing as well. It'll open. This one, maybe. Perhaps. Okay, hold on. Guess we'll try it again over here. We'll do the flip. Okay, and then now that one is going to that. this beam. Now coming off of here. How do I move you? I interrupt the beam somehow. One sec. I'm gonna move that guy over there. Oh my gosh. We can push him there. What happens if we do that? That goes there. Let's go in there. Oh, that's how we get the light over there. There you go. Woo! Sorry, everyone. Nope, nope, nope. I'm going down. Here. This is where I get the wheel. Okay. Oh. We unlock the wheel. We can rotate. Yes, we can. Okay. That. Okay. Hmm. Oh, I think they all have to go to the edge, huh? Got it. Okay, got it. Got it. Alright, so... Yeah, it's hard to tell. Do we have to... Maybe we have to put them all in? Yeah, in or out? Hold on. We wanted to put them all... Yeah, it doesn't give me any information. I would assume that they're all... I assume they're all out in the beginning, but maybe that's incorrect assumption. Let's do everything in right now, so... Is it even possible? 3. We gotta... Well, first of all, we gotta do this. We gotta get them... Actually, is it even possible to do them all in because of the way... Maybe we'll try all going out first. So we have to set them all up and slowly go around, right? Okay, hold on. Set them all up. This way. Oh wait, no, they can't be all out. There's just not enough room. They gotta all come in. This is gonna be a really weird one. How do you do that then? Because you can't do follow the leader. because you'll never get them all. Wait, what? This feels impossible. So I'll never be able to rotate this to get this to the end. Or is it maybe just to get this little centerpiece out? Maybe it's just to get this centerpiece out, to rotate all the metal bands like that, just to get it out. Right? Maybe. Okay, if that's the case, we need to do some things here. That's that. That's that. That's that, and then we get the last piece. Looking good. Need to remove this last piece here. Okay. Means we have to get these in. Means that we can. Let's move this. Remove that piece. Now we're stuck. We can somehow that piece over there somehow, which means we need to move this piece. Oh, nope. Just get that. Oh, how do we get that piece back? This one's a brain tickler. It is. get that one up there? That one's probably easier to get up there. If that's the case, we're gonna do this. To align some of these things. Nope, nope, that's gonna trap me. Apologies everybody, as I'm brain fart my way through this this puzzle. Opening our way up. Yeah, how do I do that? Annoying. How can I rotate this guy? Oh, okay. Okay. Think, Lyle, think. Work it out. How can I get one of these guys to the outside? Here, here. Work something out the outside. Work that guy out to the outside. I'd rather it be up from up there though. How do we... Okay. Got one out of the way. That's the one. This is the one that we need to move. Okay. Let me get that out of the way. Need to move one more over. Oh. That's kind of slid right through this one. That's kind of cool. Oh my god. Yes. Sorry, everybody. We got it. All right, step 2. We got the wheel. Look at our diagram. Step 3 would be getting that one. Where does this wheel go? This wheel would probably go back over here. Here, perhaps? Cool. Nice, 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 nice. Got it. Okay, so that wheel goes there. Now we need to get the place that's to the right of that. So, that area. How does that area get light? That light gets bounced. Boom, boom, boom. No? How are we gonna get the light over there? I think it's kind of already doing it. I need to come over here and see what's happening. So that one is bouncing here. Okay. Light needs to hit here. Oh, it's going in here, it's going in there. Okay. I feel like that's, I have to move this thing because we just got it, so. Going where? I'm not getting any beams. Not shining anywhere. I feel like I'm gotta do something here. Do something like that. Where's that beam going? It's not going anywhere, huh? Okay. Where are you going? Can't see anything. These can't change. So these lights will do what they do. That one can shine back, almost like what I thought I was doing before. This move. Apparently I wasn't doing anything. That one's now shining there. Into the corner. Now shine here. And there. Which is okay, that's how we got to there. That's how we got to there. And then we got the wheel. Lets us do something else. We're not getting any light. And if we can't do that, I think what we're gonna do is perhaps we've already used that one. I think so I'm gonna go back to this one. Now what if this is not even doing anything? Then you get that light. This does something doing here. It's just blocking that light. Okay, and if that is that. I think that goes to the trap door. Yeah, that goes to the trap door. What am I picking up next? This thing. I'm picking up next. Well, it comes from wheel here. This is off of that. Oh. Okay. We need to turn this around. And then push this over here. Okay. And then we need this light. That. Push this over here. There. Okay. eight-sided board. Oh, hello. Ugh, annoying. It's really annoying. Okay. All right. This one wants to go here. This one wants to go there. How do I get... out of my way. Really annoying. Okay, okay. Up. Now move here. No, I want you up there. I think we're just reversing time here. Boom. So close. Come on. There you go. Wait, I thought that was gonna solve my puzzle. No? Okay, I guess that was just any puzzle in a puzzle. Okay, where would that eight-sided board go? The other side. Where would that go? We already completed that. How would that affect us getting the last one? Which is the trap door. Light is gonna have to come down on this boy here. This guy is gonna have to help in some way. Let's look at the book again. How's light getting over there? So light's getting over here. It's doing two ways, right? Because there's two lights. So here. No. Or let's here. Okay. And go there. So you have to do it in that. Oh, it's already in that kind of reverse position. That's what we really want. Where do we put this piece? Placing this piece would be very helpful into figuring out how to position these things. No idea where it would go though. We have those pieces. We have that piece. This. On the last possible piece. Where does it go? Or do we block one of these pieces somehow? Okay. Where's this guy? Alright, am I shining a light there? Yeah, it's like just off, you know? The light's going up there. I get it to go over here. Oh, that one's going over there. If I do that. Am I shining a light where? To nowhere. Shining a light to nowhere. This is incorrect. Where would the piece go? Where would the piece go? In the piece. Oh, there's a piece that's supposed to go all the way in the corner there. How do I know there's a corner piece over here? Oh wait, there's a corner piece over here. How do I get light into that corner piece? How do I get light into that corner piece? Maybe we do this. You can shine this back. You're hitting this, now you're shooting straight over. Is there a piece that I'm supposed to be placing up here? How do I angle that down? I feel like I'm missing a piece that's like right up here. Whoops. Okay. There is a light that's being shined from there, doing absolutely nothing over there. We can't have light that does absolutely nothing. Either light's being reflected here. That one's being reflected there, and that's going over there into the corner. But then there's this light here that's doing nothing. And the only way that to get this light is to do the backwards hit, so it hits there, and then it'll go over there. But then I don't get the light in the corner. So how do I take advantage of both beams of light with the tool I have? Oh, can I want to put my piece here? No? What if I do this? Then put my piece here. No? Yo, what up? Chris in chat says, after this game is done, I request return of the Obra Dinn. I think somebody recommended that to me a long time ago. What is that? What is that game? Have you played it? Chris says probably me. Okay, that now being reflected here. Oh, I must have moved this thing. That's another way of me getting to that. It's over there. Get that way. Which means that I can do this. That one's coming over here, which means that I can grab it with this guy. Okay. It was also going in there? Am I doing like double reflections here? Oh, yeah, okay. Alright, so now we got a beam. Now I got both beams coming into the corner. I feel like that's what I'm supposed to do, but what am I supposed to do with this stupid thing? There's two things here. I feel like I should be able to do this. I know we've chatted about his parts of Valheim remind me of such. I would want to do with you, but I know too much. The room with 3 lights. Yo, what up, CC Stats? Says it's Crit Camp stream 747. Enjoy the fight. Thank you so much for the resub. Okay, while I'm doing this, let me spin some wheels here because I owe a couple wheel spins. One for ETG, one's for CC Stats. So let's do that right now. This one's for ETG, who says this is a legit wheel spin. Here we go, making it rain for ETG. Thank you so much for the resub. And let's do another one for our good friend, our good statistician, CC Stats, up in chat with the big resub, dropping those factoids. One bean for me. Okay. Let's go over here really quick and eat this bean, and then we'll come back and figure out what we're supposed to do with all of the lights. Oh no, the first one that dropped here was the birthday cake or the dirty dishwater. Dirty dishwater, man. Dirty dishwater. No good. Okay. Ugh. We have both lights. We have all of the lights. All of the lights. Let's look at this thing. Where would this thing go? Look at its shape. It's an octagon. It's got little things. It looks like it should belong in one of those tracks. Did I not solve this puzzle correctly? I think I did. Or was I supposed to put them all together in a square? Perhaps I can't do anything about it because... Did I not solve that right? Nothing to do here, right? We already did this. Like, put it over there. I want to put this over here. Am I gonna hit the hint button? Because I don't know what to do with this freaking thing. Anybody have an idea what to do with this 8-sided piece of something? The triangles on the back at the holes match the holes in the wall piece. The dumbwaiter door. Oh, this? Oh, sea otter. Oh, sea otter, yes. Wait, now what? Oh. Oh, I see. I see. I see. Oh no. Where is it? Where's the other piece? There it is. You got the 2x2 Rubik's Cube. Okay, so how do we get that over here? Oh no, oh no, I've lost myself. Okay. He's there. We need to... How do we do this? How do we do this? Now where is he? He is there. He is there. How do we get him here? Oh man. How do we get him there? That's right, chat. I am asking myself, but not chat. Yet. You're correct. You can watch me mess up a lot as I try to figure this out. Where is he? He's there. And I want to get this. Boom. All right. Wow, wow, wow. Huh. I blocked in here? Am I gonna go back to the future now? Nope. Please give me this metal gourd. Okay. Picked up a gourd, now I'm back. Oh. Okay. Can't go back up. But we have this puzzle means something to me. Does that mean something to me? Unclear. I feel like I would be brute forcing that. But perhaps that is what I need to do. Nothing to do, huh? Let's hook this gourd. Okay. Stuck. Is Shouner, is this why you said rip? I'm stuck. Hold on. I missed something while I was in here. Still have the symbols. Let me look at this gate. It doesn't have any clues, does it? There's a door down there. I thought maybe that the door might have had the symbols. Still have the symbols, Shatner says. There's it. Where else have I seen those? Going all the way back here. Maybe it's not in my book. And I guess these are it. Anything else? No. Okay, so what do we have? We have the trident and the little knot. Trident is the E, EU, N, EU, N, L. So EU, N, L. E, U, and L. What was that? What would that make? I'll write them down really quick. And why would that be? And it goes in a order here. So am I trying to spell something? Yeah, hold on. Let me just write that down. E, This thing is a U. This thing, L. Is that the order? So maybe E-N, E-N-U-L. Or are we trying to say we're trying to match them up? No, that doesn't work. What are we trying to do? Not matching. Then we are doing this to this equals this to what if we just do all starting with? No. Does somebody have an idea in chat before I hit this hint? Could be no repeats, horizontally and vertically. Oh, I see. In the full row, you mean? Right. Be tough. Gonna be a tough one. Let's see. E-N-U-L. Yeah, I don't know. No, and mirror link might only work a bit. I think I might hit a hint. I'm not sure what this is. It seems there's no way forward. Maybe I could try using the portal. Thanks. I did. Okay. The portal got me here. That's not really a hint. I'd love to use this gourd. Let's just see if there's like hint. What was happening here? Oh, you know what? Wasn't there like something that happened with the step? Wasn't there something weird that happened with the... Oh, no. There was something that weird happened with the step up there, and then it triggered the machine. Yeah, not sure. There's the gate. Instead of the boarded up door, there's kind of a metal grate in the present. It has some kind of mechanism. Yeah, dude. Yeah, dude. You can get the symbols to match on each side of the arrows. I can. Oh. Is it really just... Oh, it was just matching? Boo. Thanks, the editor, though. Appreciate that. No, wait. Oh. Let's read the book. I was able to find and open the secret passage from the mirror room and use a portal to return to the present. I carefully advanced forward, as the way back is impassable now, even if I wanted to turn around. As I walk along the walls of this monastery, I am astonished by the skill and resourcefulness of the builders. I feel that I'm only a few obstacles away from my objective, the secret library. Hook with a screw. Okay. Yes. Build my gourd. Wait with hook. Okay. Already did that. Can I put a little weight on you? Ooh. Ooh. Very interesting revolving door thing. You need a key. Okay. Okay. Let's see. Okay, let's see. Nope. Which is the one I could rotate freely? None of them. I can't rotate any of them freely. Not just yet. Means... We can rotate. What? Oh, no. Which is the one I can kind of rotate? This one. I kind of rotate another one. Yeah, this one. Okay. What am I actually trying to do? Oh, I'm trying to make this square to get this thing. Okay. That's what I want to do. Got here. I'm gonna move this one here. No. Move this back. This like this. There you go. There you go. Short key. Prongs. Okay. Looks like short keys go in here, maybe? Whoa. Later. Oh. Ah. Don't understand what's going on. Was I supposed to do something before this? Before I... Yeah, was I supposed to do something here? I don't know. I don't know. Perhaps we go back to that. Oof. Like matchies. Okay, I think we did matchies here, and then we'll do some more matchies. No. These don't work there. Doesn't work there. Right there either. Okay. I think it's gotta be this. But it doesn't work on the other thing. Oh. What was this supposed to do? What is this supposed to do? Why can't I do anything with this? Did that, like, literally do nothing? Something came out. Oh, on the other side. Got it. At the bottom of the door. At the bottom of the door. No? There. On the ground. Handle with 4-pointed section. Okay, let's go back to the gate. See if we can, like, switch up matchy stuff here. Ah. Interesting. Do this. That doesn't work. Do it again. Okay, that looks good. Nope. Clean other key. Okay, we need something else. We get into there. No longer move these things. I feel like there was something in there that I should have gotten. Can't go back, huh? Did this. That's the thing. What do I do here? Just take a closer look at the left door ledge. Left door ledge. What left door ledge? I could manipulate the mechanism on the door if it was closed. Can't go backwards, can I? No. Like there's something down there, but I don't know. The door opening mechanism is on the middle pillar. I can choose which door to control using the lever in the top part. Oh. Right. Wait, right. Okay. Okay. Whoop. Let's do that. See how we feel. Yep. Okay. Nope. 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 Okay, so perhaps we are trying everything. Wait, hold on. Let's go back. Okay. Is this the only combination that works on this? That combination works. Hey, Dr. Aardvark. Yeah, this one's a little... I mean, I feel like I just kind of started this because I got this lever, but this could take a bit. I think we actually went through all these. So next. All right. We'll be on this thing. Key, I guess. Boom. That small key. Any other? Okay. Cool. It looks like we got everything we need in here, huh? Are there numbers there, or no? It's just... Is there anything else in here? Just blue looking. Anything else to get in here? Yeah. This bench held a lot of secrets. Okay. In here. Key. Oh my gosh, we found it. Definitely gonna be some timey-wimey stuff in here, for sure. Oh. Like, psst, Leo, I'm here. Alright, I'm getting closer to the place I seek. I find myself in a room high above this scriptorium, from which I started this adventure with Master Leo. A quick look through the window reassured me that he is in no danger, and I relaxed a little. Now I need to concentrate on searching this room. I must be just a few steps away from the Chronicle Ordo Institutalis. Okay. Oh, okay. There's a little marking there. Really thought there was gonna be some timey-wimey stuff in here. Oh, and then there's like a thing over here. What does this mean? What does this mean? Odd, huh? Well, we're going in here. Oh, looks like I can't. I need a handle. Okay. Need a handle for that. Anything else to look at besides in there? Nope. Looking for a handle. You can zoom in on this for some odd reason. Look in here. Uh-huh. Okay. 1 blue, 2 yellow. Interesting. Okay, it really wants me to show me that. Creepy eye. Older things. Three green. 1 blue, 2 yellow, 3 green. I'd like this, please. Thank you. That goes to the thing I found before. Okay, the door opens in an unconventional way. Okay. here. And book. Leo down there. Okay. Circular ornament. Okay. Here, no. Where would the circular ornament go? It's a weird thing. One blue, two yellow, green. Okay. Nothing. The wheel turns, and we slide these things around. What is the purpose? Can't move that. What's the point of this? Okay. What are we supposed to do with this? We can only slide these things left and right. I don't know what that thing is. Like, what's this little backstopper thing? I feel like I'm missing like another lever or something to manipulate these things. How am I on time? I got about like a half an hour. Am I still far away, you think? I feel like I've been on like Avengers Endgame for a bit. Okay, so I can't stack them. What if I... Maybe another minute for a hint. Okay. I was like, I wonder if I can kind of push these things up and down. You know what I mean? Like if I can throw that there and then yeah. And then oh! Yeah, something like that. Something like that. Okay. That's interesting. What if I want to... Oh no. Oh no. Hold on, I lost one. do want that one to drop. We want this middle one to drop, right? No. Oh no. I do this. That will drop and that will drop. Wait. What's actually the purpose of this? Just to raise it? Like, what am I actually trying to do? Get them all up to that level. Okay. Okay, so if that is the case, then that bottom one is what I really need to... How do I get that one there? It's kind of what I need to do, right? Like, what if I do that? And then do that. No, 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 no. The opposite, right? Wait a minute. Wait, now I'm confused. I'm confused. Hold on. I just have to get one more to the right position. I think I have to... I can't get lower. Shadow there. Okay. That's as low as that'll go. That does not connect at all to anything. Oh, I think I like lost all my ability to do this. Hold on. Okay. Oh, whoops. The more I do this, the more I lost I get. Isn't that always the case? Isn't that always the case? Like, what can I do? Alright, Sea Otter. What is it? What is it that I'm not doing? Ah! So fast. So you got boards 1, 2, 3, 4. The middle block should go between 3 and 4. Right. The one you have up The one you have up to. You need to move the second board. Move the first one. Wait. The one you have up top. You need to move the second board. Move the first one to get it to the bottom slot. But the second board is as high as I can get it, right? Or no? You got boards 1, 2, 3, 4. The middle block should go between. Move that bottom one over 1. Okay. Move that first one up so you get the bottom slot. You should have the lowest slots with blocks 2. All right, now lift the first board up to the first slot. Put that back over the. Top left block fully on first board. Oh, am I doing something like... No. Now all the way down and move between 1 and 2. Keep lifting. Oh. Oh, yeah, it takes up the same slot. I see. Thank you, Scouter. That puzzle brought to you by Sea Otter. Oh my god. Oh! Did I just get locked in here? Well, there were so many puzzles to solve in that other one, right? Or was there not? Oh my god. Cultists. He knows I'm here. He is me. Oh yeah, take this key, dude. Woo! Chivo unlocked, time thief. Oh! He saw me. This is it. I am at my destination. The secret library will hopefully shed some light on current or past events. I glance into the rich past of this venerable place and witness something truly extraordinary. In the room were a dozen or more figures robed in red. Figures I have seen several times, always only for a moment. But on this occasion, I had enough time to inspect the mysterious figures mercilessly trapped in a single frozen moment of time. They stood arranged in lines for some significant ceremony. Forward, apart from the rest, a single dominant figure led the ceremony, and again, as I witnessed before, I saw that the binding chains of time had no effect on it as I felt my presence. There was no doubt in my mind that this ceremony or rite had something to do with the book, the order, and this monastery. My curiosity is so powerful, I hope nothing terrible happens as I quickly looked through the book before taking it back to Master Leo. What is the book that I need? The something. What's the name of it? ETG says, "Lucky for us, the fate of the world doesn't depend on this." Yes. Nobody depend on my ability to solve puzzles for the fate of the world, please. Thought I had the name of the book that I wanted. I think it started with an O. Not? I guess not. Am I really just gonna go from A to B? Or was it like an I? Longer go in time. That was a scary place. I guess we're just kind of, because I forgot the name of the book that we're looking for. Thought it was in my book, my journal, but it wasn't. No, if somebody saw me steal a key in the past, might have changed locks, probably. Hmm. Let's see. Well, wait a minute. Wait just a second. What's happening here? Here, show a close look at the three pillars on the wall opposite the door. Ah. There it is. Oh, it was in the right section. The beginning. Looking in the wrong place. as per usual. Well, all right, see you, Dr. Aardvark.
In the year 1212 since the birth of Christ, Friedrich, the only son of Heinrich Stauffer, to his father's glorious throne arose. By Providence chosen, though only 16 years old, clever and strong, he was a king most bold. Challenges were plentiful, but his judgments full of wisdom. Soon many a vassal, duke, or lord swore fealty to his kingdom. Monarch Roger, a patron to the erudite and all the wise men, every scholar, no matter the faith, was welcomed to his realm. His deeds were glorious, his subjects loved him more and more, his dominion prospered like never before. Soon the rumors were spread from the east to the west about Roger, the ruler of Christians, by God himself blessed. This praise reached Pope Gregory, but he froze, irked by hearing of another man as one God chose. Gregory's envy would lead to consequences most dire. No living soul could save Friedrich from his ire. With excommunication being his only other fate, Roger rode to Palestine on a crusade to save his state. Even with his most trusted knights, a dangerous proposition. Journey long, perilous and exhausting, a truly risky mission. Many a good man dead due to illness or fatigue. That was the true terror of the Pope's intrigue. One day a desert storm came, raged and refused to wane, threatening to end both their lives and the campaign.
Dang.
It seemed that for the Emperor's army all hope was lost. Sentries were ordered to find shelter, no matter the cost. At the last moment, the group's scouts spotted a cave. Though ominous and sinister, they must choose to be brave. Roger's men entered the grotto with uneasy feel, making camp in surroundings that were most unreal. Days went by, the storm unwavering, no sign it would clear. Friedrich and his chosen explored their shelter without fear. Delving deeper into their shelter, anything but small, dark passages lined by pillars receded to a large hall. Friedrich and his company were men loyal and seasoned, but in their hearts was dread which could not be reasoned. Architecture meant not for living men, vast and bold, perhaps chiseled by some mysterious giants of old. Distracted from his reverie by a glimmer of light, Roger saw a part of metal buried in the sand upright. A machine, a gate, centuries old, with it he must return. What trove of lost knowledge from it could he learn? Friedrich, albeit short on time, researched that device. Its power to grant wisdom should more than suffice. Gate to the Temple of Wisdom, the device was now called. It would lead to understanding of deep truths unequaled. In much higher spirits, knights loaded the gate on the caravan, and once again their journey, their crusade has began. The dread lifted, resolve firmer than ever before, no longer fearful of what for them lay in store. No more was the journey punishment meant by the Pope. Now their quest was meaningful, their hearts full of hope. In the end, Rogga gained control of Jerusalem without blood spilt, opened the Holy Land to pilgrims again, defensive walls rebuilt. City's crown rested on Emperor's noble head, with wise Sultan Al-Kamil he shared his bread. People sang only praise for their emperor once again. With glory and magnificence, he continued his reign. Through the gate to the Temple of Wisdom, Friedrich often went. To learn its secrets, to further knowledge was his lustrous intent. He worked closely with those most loyal, those he chose. Thus, a new order of Knights Noble, order of justice, arose. Emperor Friedrich, always at their point, titled Grand Master, felt he did enough to sate Pope's anger, averted disaster. But to Gregory's ears were whispered rumors terrible, stories about a deal with the devil and lies unbearable, about how Rogga's order was built to conceal a devil's gift, and since the Pope believed it, it caused an irreparable rift. Not long before the Emperor was excommunicated, by all the people of faith, he was to be isolated. Residents of Jerusalem who just a year ago called him their savior, now cast him out, the Pope to blame for this behavior. The Emperor by this iniquity was aback taken. All the Pope's intrigues left him quite shaken. When he finally retreated to Italy and his throne, he lived for his order of justice and his land alone. Rogga guarded the secrets of the order, for his enemies would not cease, wanted the gate more than secure, no longer believing in peace. A plan born both from his genial mind and godly inspiration, to build a fortress for the order, to be held in awe by the whole nation. To the castle's construction, he devoted his life. 8 massive walls to survive any strife, 8 watchtowers with windows peering over the countryside, eternally guarded by 8 men most loyal and eagle-eyed. 8 sides to the courtyard for the men to meet and rest. In the middle of it all, an 8-sided podium protected best. On this podium, the gate to the Temple of Wisdom was erected. By all the knights, not to be worshipped, but to be respected. So it was created, for both the lost and the wise it did shine. Templum Justitia, the temple of justice, the castle, the shrine. It was quarters of the order by the wise Placentinus foretold. Inside were troves of wisdom and power, more precious than gold. Even for the wise and powerful flies the time. Men became old, children rose to their prime. After the death of Rogga, Grand Master first, others came, best of the order, in wisdom versed. One after another silent, hidden, but each of virtue measure, the gate to the temple of wisdom, always their treasure. Generation after generation, the secret was keeping, wealth and wisdom gaining, never relenting, never sleeping. But the year 1465 after Christ came, and for the order of justice, the world was never the same.
Oh no. Tim.
There he is! Look up! In the window, across the room!
Oh!
Get him!
Oh no! I lost the time. Chivo's unlocked. Gifted librarian. Okay, that's it. We got to the end of it. I'm glad that we finished this stream, because if I had stopped about 20 minutes ago, then we would have streamed next week, and all we would have seen was the end cinematic there. I hope everybody enjoyed my playthrough of House of Da Vinci 2. Thank you so much, especially to Sea Otter and Shadowner, for help solving those last few puzzles. My brain was not working. But look at that. Your quest is completed. Congratulations. You have finished House of Da Vinci 2 in 8 hours and 32 minutes. So that's 3 different streams. And as Leo once said, a work of art is never completed, only abandoned. I promise there will be new games created by Blue Brain Game Studio. There you go. And then Sea Otter just says, now we just have to wait for game 3. Well, that was it. I hope everybody enjoyed this. I certainly did. Again, if you are watching on YouTube and you like this, please like and subscribe. And leave a comment below or in our Discord, discord.gg/critcamp in the video games channel, if you have any recommendations for the next thing I should play. Otherwise, we're going to go to this screen. I'm going to turn the music down on that. And since we are about around time, I think this is where I'm going to say goodbye to everyone. This Thursday, Chris and I are scheduled to play some games together. We will talk and see what game we are going to play. And then on Monday will be my Arkham Horror LCG doubleheader, in which I'm guest starring with Justin on the Playing Board Games channel. Central Time, 12 to around 4-ish. And then the usual time, 7:30 Central on Monday night, me and Matt are going to be back playing Edge of the Earth. But first, Thursday morning, Chris and I playing something, maybe Zombicide. Stay tuned to our socials to see what we play. Thank you again. Peace, good game, everybody. It was a great time. I'll see you later. Bye.